Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. Today, we're going to be building a clothes store. To my knowledge, we don't have one in the city yet, which means all of our people are running around naked. That's a bad thing. I want to do it right here. We've got a nice bit of green space here because I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it too close to the center of the city because that's reserved for the taller buildings and the skyscrapers. We want this building to be about 2 stories high, which means it would make more sense having it near the other 2-story-ish sized buildings. That way we keep the whole idea of this city that I had, that the closer to the center of the city that you are, the taller the buildings are. So you sort of end up with this pyramid effect, this pyramid shape when you look at the whole city, and it just, I think it makes a really nice visual aspect to it. So I want to go for a modern look. I don't want to go for too bricky looking. I want it to be a new build in the city here, and I want it to be more upper end clothes. So we're going to go with a nice modern building rather than a budget sort of Primark style building where, you know, it's just sort of thrown in. We want to have a little bit of oh, what would be the word, like I don't know, you know, just upper market, you know, it's cool looking, not just like a shop that you just go in and you go and buy some socks. We want it to be really smart. So I'm going to go with, I think, blue. I don't really have much blue nearby here as a sort of accenting colour to the building. And then we're going to go with some white. So we're going to go with some quartz, if I could spell. Quartz stairs, maybe some slabs, maybe some fill blocks, but I don't think we will. I then want another accenting colour on the building. Probably like a dark blue could be cool, just to go above and below the windows, which is going to be, I think, probably white stained glass. I was thinking between black stained glass and white stained glass. There's a clothes shop in a mall quite near me that has like, well, the whole building inside, there's like no lights on. It's like really dimly lit. I thought that was pretty cool. We could sort of do that effect with the black stained glass, but I don't think I want to go quite that much. You know, that's really expensive clothes. You're like £100 or something, like $120 just for a t-shirt. It's like ridiculous. And then we just want a normal building block as well. So we want to go with some sort of grey. A clay could work for that, just like a normal neutral colour. So we want to first lay out where the windows are going to be to the door. The door's going to be on the left side of the building, and the window's going to be on the right here. And let's just go down with the clay to begin with. I'm going to do it a block back because I think I want to have a little bit of a I might do it 2 blocks back actually. I've got an idea of a really cool staggered effect on the building. It might be too pronounced, but we'll have to find out. It's just an idea that I've got in my head at the moment using the stairs and the light blue block. So something like this. I've got another idea as well. That's just coming to my head. We might have a little mezzanine area as well, or something like that. So, this is where the windows are going to go here, the downstairs windows. I'm going to do it actually slightly off the floor. That way, when we actually join the path up to the building, we still have a little bit of clay underneath it. So that's going to go like this. And then we're going to have those up there, those there, and the glass in the middle. Okay? Looks a little bit flat at the moment. Don't worry about that. We will sort of be pronouncing some of this. We could even do it possibly now. We could maybe bring this back by 1. I wasn't really thinking about this yet. But if we done something like that, yeah, you know what? I think that probably is a better way to do it. Okay, then we want to have some wall space. Obviously, wall space in a clothes shop is important because where else are you going to hang the stuff otherwise? So we're going to go with 4 blocks in between before we start our next window, which is going to be right here. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I might do this. I might do the windows a little bit bigger. We might do them 3 blocks. And then 3 blocks in the middle. And then, oops, 3 blocks. Just to get them a little bit longer. They looked a little bit small to me. So we have 3 blocks, 3 blocks, 3 blocks, 3 blocks. Or maybe this one should be slightly longer. Let's go with a 6 block for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 3 blocks and then a doorway. So we've got 1 wide, 1 longer window, 1 shorter window. Okay, and then I think I want to do a little bit of a mezzanine idea. So you sort of go underneath a shelter before you go in the door. Just a little one though, like this. And then we'll knock out some doorways like that. That sounds good to me. What's that, a 4 block doorway? I like the sound of that. And then this will be a little pillar that holds it up. So it'll go up to the level of the first story, ending right there. Pretty smart. Let's put these blocks in on the windows on the front, and then we'll work out how deep we want the building to go. It's going to be pretty much a square building here. We don't need to go like too crazy on the shape. It's a modern building. Modern buildings often go with a more square approach than older buildings that have, you know, sort of extended parts and attachments onto them. Okay, and then we'll just wrap this around the corner here. So, how far back do we want it to go? I don't really need any windows on this side of the building. Why would we need windows on this side? So we can go with a much more sort of big wall, big flat wall. And then put some, hey phone, put some leaves on it or something like that. To make it look a little bit more interesting. Maybe some benches, you know, we're quite near the train station, so some benches down here would be pretty smart. We also want to have enough room on the inside to do a really cool interior that we'll probably be doing next episode if we get the exterior completed this episode. So let's drop this back to here and join it up like this. On the back we can have a couple of windows. I might just match the windows up to where we have them here. So we'll have that one, that one, that one, that one. And then that one, that one, that one. I think that would probably make a lot of sense. So have the windows symmetrical on the front and the back. And then, yeah, pretty simple, pretty easy. Let's get rid of the clay for the minute. One. Poo. Kapoo. Oops. Set. Clay. Pow. Pow. Set. Clay. I need clay to do this quicker. Nope. There. 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 And all of this. All of that. All of that. This one. But I'm going to add a second story on this because I don't want it just to be one story. I like the clothes shops that have like 2 stories, and you usually have girls downstairs and boys upstairs or something along that lines is what it usually is. That would be really cool to do. Now, the exterior won't change its colour, but I was thinking about when it comes to doing the interior, we could have more of a bluish tinge downstairs, or no, more of a purplish, girly more looking tinge that sort of reflects some of the clothes that we're selling and helps enhance the effect of that downstairs, and then more boyish, darker maybe colours upstairs to help with that, so we get a really divided sort of look when it comes to the interior. We'll think about that a little bit later on though. Okay, so here's our building. Looking a little bit flat, we're looking a little bit dull with the colours, which is why we've now got this light blue block and the white to try and lift that out a little bit. The way that we're going to do this is get the court stairs, and I want to place them upside down if possible, like this, around the entire building. So these come around here. We'll just do a little section for the minute, so we get an idea on how this is going to look. Like that. And here. Now there's 2 ways that we can do this. Option number 1 is we place the blue directly on top like this, which will give us that effect. Already it's looking a lot more interesting of a building to look at. But we could also, which I want to try, actually put the blocks out by 1. It might be too much now, but I sort of like that. I haven't got a building with that much of a pronounced overlap, so that could be really, really cool. I think I'm going to go with that. I think that's what we're going to do. We might as well actually keep the second layer on the inside, because we're going to be placing stairs, court stairs on top of those. so it would make sense to actually keep those in, because it makes it easier to place the stairs back on top. Oh, am I far enough away? Oh, I am. Oh, I'm still ill, by the way, guys. I don't know what's going on. I've had a cold for like nearly 2 months now. Like, it sort of nearly goes away and then comes back with a vengeance. You know, some days I feel okay and sometimes I feel terrible. But what hasn't gone away, no matter if I feel good or bad, is not so much like a blocked nose or a runny nose, but that sort of in between, where you can sort of feel it at the back of your throat. It's disgusting, you know, gross feeling. But you can feel it there, but you just can't do anything about it. I've tried cold and flu tablets. I've tried just normal paracetamol. I've tried, what are they, cough sweets. You know, I know it's not a cough. I know I've got a little bit of a cough, but it's not like too much of a cough. But I thought maybe a cough sweet would help sort of move anything that's at the back there. But nope, it won't budge. And what the weird thing is I actually feel better at work than I do at home. Like, because I suppose at work, I'm busy moving. I'm not thinking about it too much. My body isn't sort of as relaxed because obviously I'm trying to. Oh, did that get rid of the? Oh, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm having to feel pretty good so I can serve people well and be helpful and do the other parts of my job well. As soon as I come home and I sort of relax after a day's work, I then feel really bunged up and really ill again. It's really, really weird. Don't get me wrong. I definitely prefer being at home recording YouTube videos and playing Minecraft. But when I've got this cold, I feel a little bit better at work. It's quite weird, but it's not going away. I've tried getting less sleep, which might sound weird, but I do get a lot of sleep. So I've tried getting less sleep, thinking that maybe I'm sleeping too much, and when your body's asleep, it can't recover quite as easily, maybe with an illness. That didn't work, so I then tried getting less sleep. So I was up more during the days, or was it? No, more sleep, so my body could then recover more at night. That didn't work. That just made me tired, obviously. So I didn't really want to do that. Really, really strange. Really, really strange. I can't sort of find a balance that's helping me to get rid of this. So what do you do when you have a cold, guys? What's the way, mate? I had someone at work recommend like Lemsip tablets. Yeah, I think I want that to be white underneath. So when you look at it from the other side here, you get the white underneath there. I think that looks really smart. Yeah, someone said Lemsip, you know, sachets or whatever that you put into hot water and you make like a lemon tea, and that's hot. But the only problem is I don't drink hot drinks, so I don't like tea or coffee or hot chocolate or whatever hot drinks there are. I don't drink them. I don't like them. So that doesn't really like appetize me too much. It probably makes me feel worse trying to drink a hot drink than it does just not, if you know what I mean. So if you've got any sort of thing that makes you feel better when you've got a cold, please let me know in the comment section. I'm literally willing to try pretty much anything apart from hot drinks at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That one. Okay, this is looking really, really cool. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I mean, check this out, right? See, that looks really smart. We might even add an accent line through the middle of the grey at some point as well. We'll have to see how it goes, because we're going to do another bulge like this above here to finish it off. Let me run round a few times and I shall be back, okay? I like how it's going, but I think I made a sort of incorrect assumption at the beginning. I made a decision too quickly, and that's about the bricks. I didn't want bricks in this area, I said. But looking at the building, I think this would really suit being brick. I really do. It might be a little bit of a change to what we were sort of going for originally, but just looking at the building, I've got a feeling it would suit it really, really well. I'm just adding a roof on now. As you can see, we've got the second sort of layer in. Replace air with 44.6. Kapow. And then in this spot as well. Nice and simple. Nice flat roof. Because it looks really cool. but it just looks a little bit grey. Do you know what I mean? It sounds silly, but it does just look a little bit grey. Especially when we're adding more grey like this. I might go with quartz for that, actually. We'll go like 1 block wider. Like that. Do it down here. This is just a cool sort of detail. Oops. More than anything. Hey, that looked pretty cool. You can see the blue sort of around the edge of it. But yeah, so let's try some stuff, okay? Let's try brick. I think if we change it to brick and we actually end up adding more quartz, I think this building could be really, really cool. So let's try from there to there. Replace yeah, it's right. Clay with brick. See, now the dark blue doesn't look right. What else have we got? See, the grey goes well with the dark blue, but the bricks don't go with the dark blue. So what? Stone brick. If you use stone brick too much, it always, to me, looks really amateurish. How about 59.9? Undo. With 159.9. It's a little bit darker. It goes better with the blue than the clay did. What if we do the dark blue and the clay? So then we grab here and we grab there. We replace 159.9 with clay. Yeah, oh, now that's pretty smart. And we do the same on the bottom as well. See, that looks pretty cool now. That's got rid of the clay overwhelmingness. I think that's actually really helped. And it's also added a bit more of a modern look to it as well. I think the horizontal lines with modern buildings work really well. I left this space clear here because I thought maybe we could do a little t-shirt on the front. Maybe in... no, I can't do it in the blues. Maybe a red. Just do a little red t-shirt. Oh, it's actually a lot smaller of an area than I thought. I mean, that sort of looks like a t-shirt, doesn't it? I just think, right, like a little logo on the front. That's actually a lot smaller of an area than I thought it was. But it does work. I think I like it. I think I'm going to keep it there. Alright. No, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I actually like this building. If we could get maybe some vertical stuff going down. Quartz pillars. And we go, like, from the middle of these. Oops. And we put these in up to there. On that one. On that one. On that one. And make sure they're facing the right way. On that one. And then on the corner here as well. See, that now helps the window a little bit. It's weird how we've got the windows though now, right? They break the dark clay here, but not at the bottom. So do we now change this so it actually sits on the floor instead? A lot of changes, I know, this episode, but I think it's for the best. See, now it divides. Yeah, I think that looks better. Okay. We can change it together. I was thinking about cutting away, but it's really not that big of a job, is it? So we put those in. Put those in. That one. And then the glass. I think that will actually really help. So this one. That one. Whoops. There. There. And then to fill up this void space, we go back to... I can't get out. We go back to clay. Not clay, quartz blocks. Down here. It looks so much neater, doesn't it? doing it the way that we had it, I think made the building sort of look a little bit off balance almost or something. Like that. Quartz. And I'll do the backside off camera later on. We don't need to worry about that too much. Okay, that looks a lot smarter. I like the quartz beams going down. I think that looks really cool. Maybe if we could do a couple on the sides here, that would help as well. If we just do one matching there. Oh, I can't do a corner one like that. That's fine, though. That's not too much of a problem. Not really that bothered. And then we do one. We can just do literally one in the corner over here as well. And just leave the middle part. It actually doesn't look that blank or plain now. Because we've got a divider through the middle. And then we've got the sort of darker clays as well. The darker, yeah, cyan clay. So that wall doesn't actually look all that bad anymore. I'll have this one in here. Oops. I'm quite excited to do the interior. I think we'll be doing the interior next episode. I'm going to spin that around as well. It's a little bit picky, but I'm going to spin that around to go there. Yeah, I won't forget to do this blue, the windows on the back here. I'll do that between this episode and next episode. It's not going to affect us all that much now, though. And that one. Okay, we shall then add some leaves on the side here, like we said. Just to help a little bit. So we're going to make one taller one that sort of goes up. And then a couple of shorter ones. Might add a bit of 3D-ness to them as well. Add a few blocks coming out here. Okay, I think that looks really smart there. That just helps out a little bit. And then we'll put down these slabs. So we want slabs from there to here. Replace air with 44.6. Kaboom. We can leave those underneath there. It just looks like they're sort of grown out. And then this one down to there. Put in a quartz pillar underneath that one. And we might even just extend this out all the way to over here at that distance as well. I think that's pretty cool. That looks really smart. Now that with the shaders on, the white becomes a lot whiter. Really cool. I like that for a modern building. Alright, that's where we're going to leave it, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye!